Good morning, Life Park. Pastor Matthew here to talk about everyone's favorite topic, COVID-19. Yeah, I know, but I'm approaching it today from the place of Romans 12:10, which says, "Be devoted to one another in love and honor one another above yourselves." It's that framework rather than a framework of fear of personally getting it, but of trying to love others, honor others, and keep others safe. Then I tell you all about the following. Now, you may have seen that the cases are rising all over the nation, and of course, Tulsa is no exception. And we're actually running low on ICU beds in Tulsa, and there are also concerns about having enough staff to care for the people in those beds. So our medical community is concerned that if people are really sick from COVID, that they may not be able to get adequate care here. And we just want to do our part to keep everyone safe, slow down the spread of this thing, and ensure that we all have a safe and positive worship experience together. So with that in mind, I've talked with our leadership and we're all on board. We're going to tighten up some of our existing precautions, and I think we're also going to try a couple new things just to make sure we're keeping everyone as safe as we can. So again, it's not fear. It's about love and honor and caring for everyone, keeping everyone safe. Because boy, the people who get really sick with this get really, really sick. And we don't want to spread something, which we know we can do even if we don't show a symptom. So it's from there that we begin. Now, the first and most important thing is we're going to ask everyone to please wear a mask when you are in the building at all times. If you don't have a mask, we have them right at the front door as you come in. So it's super easy to get one. And we also have hand sanitizer all over the place. And so use the hand sanitizer, wash your hands. That's another great way we can prevent it. Just those two things right there. Now, we're going to also look at, I think Preston is going to look at moving his class into a place that's a little bit more spacious so that you all can spread out from one another a little bit more. And of course, keep your masks on while you're in class together. And that will prevent some of that shared air and just having a little bit more distance. And then we'll also keep our masks on when we come into the sanctuary and as we're singing, because I've read that congregational singing is one of the biggest ways this thing is spread in churches. And it's something about when we sing, we're being forceful with our air, and it's spreading the aerosols further. And so if we keep our masks on, that spread goes down to almost nothing. And so that will help us keep our air to ourselves even as we get to lift our voices and worship God together. Finally, we're going to look at doing communion and offering just a little bit differently. We've been being very careful in the way that we've been doing that already, and I think it's been great. But rather than even having someone come around and bring the elements to you and bring the offering plate to you, I think we'll place the elements in the front near the stage. And after we have our communion meditation and prayer, you can come forward. We'll just try to keep a little bit of distance from each other. You can take your elements and then return to your seat and take communion when you're ready. And in the same way, we have an offering box in the back of the sanctuary. And we'll talk about our offering and what it means. And then we can get up and, as you're ready, take your offering back, place it in the box, or you can always use the app. And we're going to have instructions about how to use the app again. So just some of those little steps are going to help us keep distance from one another a little bit better, and help keep each other safe. And of course, part of that is going to be where we sit, and we'll be able to spread out throughout the sanctuary a little bit more. If you're, not in the same family and household, it's probably a good idea to sit a little bit further apart from one another. And last but not least, I forgot, if you feel sick, if you've been exposed to someone who has COVID-19, please just stay home. There's nothing so important that you can't stay home and watch online. And we are streaming our sermons right now live on Facebook. And then the next day or so, they're being put up on YouTube. We are hoping in the very near future to upgrade our technology a little bit and hopefully stream our whole services in a much higher quality, maybe be able to stream live on YouTube. But that's a couple months down the road, but that's on our radar. And so if you're sick or feel sick or at all worried that you've come into contact with someone, just stay home and like us on Facebook and share a comment that you're watching and what the Lord is speaking to you. And I know it's not the same, but we can still stay engaged with one another and be in community together, even from a distance if we have to. So with all that, if you have any questions or concerns or comments, please reach out to me. I am available, and we certainly want to honor everyone and love everyone and help keep everyone safe. So if we all do our part, we can do that. We can be good stewards in this community that we're in and do our part to keep everyone safe, slow down the spread of this thing, and keep everyone healthy. And coincidentally, that'll also really help us as we're moving into cold and flu season. As we continue these precautions, we might not have nearly as many issues as we might normally with colds and flus. So anyway, love to you all. I'm thankful for this family, this community of faith that has been brought together by Jesus Christ. And we'll look forward to worshiping together safely.